there's a bite. Oh yeah, good fish up shallow. Oh, cutting up, cutting up. Come here. Come here. Let's get that little spinner bug out of your mouth. Oh, it just fell out. Barely hooked. That's the first fish of the day. We got a hurricane pushing up into the state and bass biting on the other end of the state. Back you go. Oh, he tried to jump back in with me. Well guys, today it's supposed to be really windy later on. So I came prepared to fish in the wind. And one of my favorite baits, fishing in the wind, is a spinnerbait. And behind me I've also got tied on a chatterbait. The water's a little more stained than I expected, but that's okay with a spinnerbait. You get the flash and the vibration. Chatterbait, same way. There's another bite right beside the old dock. This fry just ran everywhere when I buzzed that spinnerbait by that dock. It's hard to beat a spinnerbait this time of year. We've obviously had a bluegill, late bluegill spawn. And there's second fish. Only been here like 5 minutes, and you see this water's muddy. This fish is real white. Good looking fish. For a small fish, he's real heavy, chunky fish. Back in the water. We're gonna work this old fishing pier and this vegetation while the wind's got me in a position. Oh, fry just went everywhere again. There is so much bait along the edge here. Been a really, oh, there's another bite. They are stacked in there feeding on these minnows. Oh, that's a little bigger fish there. Oh, and he came off. Man, I hate that. And he bent my spinner blade. That is a lot of fun when you can find the fry and throw up in them, and the fish are stacked in there eating, because they are they're just hungry, they're aggressive, and that flash as it goes by is a little bit more than they can resist. I'll give that little spot a few minutes to cool off, throw back out off the end of this pier where I saw fry just a minute ago, and see if there's something else out there willing to bite. Idea is, in this stained muddy water, to get as close to the cover as I can. Even bump the cover if you need to. Oftentimes that draws a strike. If you run it into your bait, even a crankbait, if you run it into a log or a rock or a clump of mud, it often triggers a strike. Get back in there. Oh, the wind, there's a bite before the wind takes me away. Man, they are just stacked in that one tiny little corner. They are hungry. All I can say is that it's not a good day to be a little patch of brim fry swimming around, because these fish are definitely eating them up. This is one of the top baits you will ever throw in the wind, is a spinnerbait. Now this area is sort of sheltered from the wind, but right out behind me the wind's already kicking up and rippling the water, but this dirty water is still good for a spinnerbait, evidently. I'm gonna put it just as close to the old pier as I can. try to spin it around where I can get that in the frame here. I'm gonna bust the water, make a commotion. Nope, not that time. Work this grass, rip it through that grass. All kinds of grass. This water is so high. Fry just scattered again. I really wish that cow would just get out of my fishing hole. They are aggravating sometimes when you come to a place like this, try to fish, but hey, this is where they live, so not a lot I can do about it. I think I got a blade of grass. Yes, I did. I didn't think my bait was running true that time. I'm gonna give it one more and I'm gonna try my chatterbait in this area to see if it's as effective. Once again, I splashed and little fry went everywhere. Tremendous bait for windy days and for dirty water conditions. I didn't expect the water to be this dingy and dirty, but that's all right. Now this bait here, this chatterbait, I used this last week also without a trailer hook. This week I got a trailer hook. This puts off a tremendous amount of vibration. So it should be good in the dirty water. Now that cow in the water might have just helped me. It could have pushed the fish out away from the cover, so I'm gonna throw up right out in front of it. And let's just see if possibly we can get a strike near the cow in the water. I think they run them out sometimes, and then when the big animals leave, I think they go right back where they were. The fish know where the food is at. There's one. Oh, about 10 feet from where the cow is actually standing in the water. I got a strike. Come on up here. Come on in here, buddy. This one's he's got hooks all in him. That little trailer hook did the trick. Let's see if I can not get hooked. Man. We got hooks every which way. Figure out how to get him turned loose. There we go. He was more tangled up than he was hooked. But there he is. First chatterbait bass. Adding that trailer hook was something I didn't have last week when I was filming. And that's all it took. They were hitting it really well, but I was missing them. And had the presence of mind this week to add that one little simple piece of tackle, the trailer hook, and boy did it do its job. First time the bait got hit, the fish got hooked. Let's put this up here where the fry's been. I've been seeing the fry. See if there's another fish in there willing to hit. I hear fish jumping everywhere. Put one out a little deeper. There's a bite. Oh my goodness. There was one feeding on something. We have interrupted his day. Look at him want to jump and throw that spinnerbait out of his mouth. All right, buddy. Just one little second. About the same size. Nice fat little large mouth. Look at there. He looks bigger, don't he? All right, head first. Back you go. So there are a few fish up in this corner. Don't seem to be as active a place as the first place I stopped, though. I'm still not seeing bait fish scatter all around. And there's plenty of cover they could be hiding around and in. All this grass out in the water is excellent cover, but they don't seem to be as concentrated in this section as the other. There's a bite, right in the grass. Oh yeah, cutting up. We got in a little bit more windy section. Threw it right up in the grass, and that's where he was. Still not sure there's a school of bait fish back in here or not. I haven't seen any evidence of it yet. But either way, that bass was tucked right up in the cover. Really stained water will put bass up tight to cover, under piers, against logs, humps out in the main lake. They'll stick tight to that cover when it's hard to see, and I think that's where the majority of these fish are coming from. I think there was some bait fish scattered right there. That we may be getting back into some more. Yeah, there's a little bit of activity in this area, but should be a bass or two. There's one right in the grass. My goodness. He hit hard. What we got? Is it gonna be bigger? A little bit. Oh, a little bit bigger. That's the way to end the show. Come on in here, buddy. Got him. That's what I'm talking about. Windy conditions. Winds picked up. That's a little bigger. That's the biggest one of the day. Easily. You'll give me my bait back. We will get you back home. There we go. Nice little largemouth. Don't know what he's eating, but I have a good feeling he's feeding on fry just like the rest of them. He was, I mean, he came out of the grass. I saw him come out of the grass and hit that blade. Guys, this is my two favorite baits I've shown today for windy conditions. It lays down for a little while and then it picks back up real strong. Got Hurricane Nate heading toward us. That's going to be my last fish of the day. I'm going to head on out of here before the rain gets here. And hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe to my channel, share it, comment, let everybody know about it. More the merrier. Glad to have everybody here. Glad you got to see and enjoy part of this beautiful day. Partly cloudy. This is kind of the calm before the storm. My name's Lowell Henderson. This is Simply Fishing. You guys have a great day and stay safe. I'll see you next time.